Oh, wow. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to our global meditation for personal and planetary healing and peace and harmony. And I am very, very honored that hundreds and hundreds of you signed up for this today. We have lots of people here on the live call in my Zoom room, and I know many of you will be watching this recording at a later date, and just know that you want to participate and go through all of this, even from the recording, because you matter. Your energy really matters. It is a force, a power as real as electricity. And I felt very, very called today to do a meditation with the group. Thank you, Marjorie, for being here. You're welcome. So many beautiful people here. Some of you I know, some of you are brand new to me. I'm Debora Wayne. I'm the founder of the International Chronic Pain Institute. And my specialty is pain, healing pain, not giving you pain, but healing pain. I have been working with people for many, many years after my own personal journey in pain and out of pain, and have been helping people all over the world. There are people from 150 different countries on my mailing list, and I'm honored that that's the case. I'm blown away, excited, and honored. I've always been fascinated by traveling to other cultures and countries where it was really different from my own, and I found that to be an exciting part of life. And I've been appalled. I thought the tears were done, but see, they're not, by what has gone on in our country this week. For a long time. It's not just this week, don't get me wrong. And I won't dwell on this a long time, because I want to get into the solution, not the problem. But I've been appalled my whole life. And just very briefly, I've been around some type of abuse and racism my whole life. I was raised Jewish, and my ancestors went through the Holocaust, and my parents raised me with, I was around their fears and their concern. And I remember as early as kindergarten seeing swastikas written on the buildings where I went to school, and I didn't feel safe. And I went to both elementary and high school that was very mixed racially, and it was fabulous. And I had friends. My best friend was Chinese. I mean, I had people in my life from all cultures, and my parents were very open in this way. And so it never dawned on me, that, and still it's baffling to me. People are people. We had a book on our coffee table called The Family of Man. I loved this book. I was so fascinated by all the different types of cultures and costumes and surroundings and languages. And I just, since I was as far back as I can remember, fascinated by this and thought it was just the coolest thing in the world. And it's mind-boggling to me. I do understand. I understand when people are sick and hurting and in pain. This is what we're seeing playing out. And I certainly went through my own era of pain where I lashed out and blamed and hated, and I really had a rough time for quite a few years, until I crashed and burned and started working on myself and waking up spiritually. And so what I've come to realize for me, and I'm talking for me, I'm not here to convince anybody or tell anybody how to think or live or be. I'm just sharing my own personal experience. I forgot to mention, in high school, this was really significant piece for me. My boyfriend was Black, and I was accused of all kinds of horrible things and not allowed in certain friends' homes, and certain people who were my friends before that boyfriend started calling my mother, and it was just mind-boggling to me, the changes that happened as a result of that. And I learned a lot, let's put it that way. I learned a lot, and I've continued to learn, and I have had to get in touch with my own judgments, Not that I don't have any. That's what was killing me. Judgment. And I see how judgment kills. I see how it kills. And interpretations and beliefs that are not true, but, beliefs that I carried around that were influencing how I felt and how I perceived the world. And then I would project my beliefs onto other people and say, you. And it really was me. And I've really discovered over the years of my own personal growth and inner work that if there's something I see in you that I don't like, it's something about myself that I have not accepted and loved and healed. And it's like having family members that you don't really want to be around. And I've had to learn to unconditionally love all the parts of me and welcome them back into the family. And the key, though, is discovering that feelings are a rich, important part of life. And if we're going to heal, we have to feel. And I had stopped feeling. I had started numbing out from life. And I had to learn to wake up my feelings and in a safe space with a safe person or a safe group, learn to be honest about how I felt and learn ways of releasing those feelings so that I could clear out the pain and suffering. And once I cleared out my personal pain and suffering, amazing, what I discovered inside that was waiting for me were things like peace and love and joy and compassion and understanding. And I really changed. I mean, you've changed when your own mother says, wow, you're not the same person you used to be. And my mom and I, we had a lot of fighting growing up, a lot of fighting for many years. So for her to say that and for us to heal that relationship was very meaningful and a reflection of the work. And, I'm not here to just talk about me. I'm sorry, I'm going rambling here. But my point is that I felt really appalled by what's been going on. And I wanted to do something, and I prayed and meditated, and I heard one of the people I respect and follow is Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith. He's the founder of Agape, which is a spiritual center in Los Angeles, and he has a congregation of like over 8,000 people, and he has a live stream congregation as well. And he welcomes all religions and races and culture. It's not a religion. It's a spiritual center, and he has services, and he teaches, and he's just an amazing, brilliant, open-hearted man. And I heard something he said the other day, and he said, we can't do everything, okay? We can't save everyone. We can't help everyone. We're just one person, but we can do our part. We can do our part. You can do your part. I can do my part. And he said, just ask yourself, what is your part to do? What is your part? And wow, that just hit me so deeply, and it hit home. And I knew, those of you that know me know, I work with people every day, helping them with their pain and suffering, and in my programs or one-on-one or in my groups or my high-speed healing Wednesdays, but I felt there was more to do. I had to do something. And he said, what's your part? Ask yourself, what's your part? And I meditated, and it was just so obvious to me because I've been meditating since I was 15. I won't tell you how many years that is. You can just pretend I'm still 35. I'll accept it. And I have a lot of experience meditating and teaching other people, and that is one of the things I love to do, and I love to awaken people to the power of meditation because it is amazing the results that come from meditating, especially with a group of people who are on the same wavelength. And when we resonate together, we create a force field. Those of you that know my work with energy healing, with high-speed healing, I'm all about the force field. And this field that surrounds our individual body is actually a collective field that we live in, we soak in 24/7. And we know from physics we're all interconnected via the field. It's sometimes called a biofield, or that's usually referred to the body field, but there's an information field that we're all interconnected with each other in. We're not separate. It's why we hurt when other people hurt. We can feel it. We can absolutely feel it. And we're affected by everyone, and everyone's affected by us. So once you start to wake up to this and recognize your thoughts and your emotions and your actions, your words, your deeds have real power, and they have power to harm. And when you start being consciously aware, and I don't mean perfectionitis, okay? Look, we're human and we're going to make mistakes. That's why we can make an amends when we do make mistakes. And but when we take better charge of what we're thinking and speaking and feeling and sharing with others, we put that information into the collective consciousness, and other people will be affected by that. It's not just the people we live with. Everyone will get it vibrationally, because we live in a vibrational universe. Thoughts and words and emotions, excuse me, are vibration. And it's like, when you drop a rock in a pond of water and the ripples go out, that's the vibration. That is. And our thoughts and our words and our feelings create the same waves of energy and vibration. And they go out and they affect everyone. And then they come back to us. And if people would realize this, they wouldn't send out thoughts and words and emotions and actions that are harmful to others, because it comes back to us, because we're connected. And what goes out comes back. And the Dalai Lama has a great saying that I love. He said, hate, anger, resentment is like drinking poison and hoping the other person will die. So profound. And so I wanted to do my part, and I invited you to join me, and that's your part, because we know from studies that meditation has a powerful effect within a huge radius of where you live. They've shown it reduces the crime rate and the violence rate. When a small group of people meditate together, it reduces the violence and the crime rate. Literally, they did studies as far back as in the 1970s in Washington, D.C. And so we form a collective intention. Our thoughts our vibration is going out. And not only does it help with that, it will help you personally in so many ways. It will calm down your nervous system. It will boost your immune system. It lowers blood pressure. It releases tension, muscle tension, pain, anxiety, depression. Those of you that have headaches or trouble sleeping, or if you have digestive disorders, wow, I have found personally meditating makes all the difference in the world for all of those areas. And if I stop for too long, I feel it. I feel it physically, mentally, and emotionally. And many times I go through my day and I'm not even aware how I'm picking up emotions, I'm feeling things, and I'm not releasing it. And I sit down to meditate, and wow, the feelings start bubbling up. I might start crying and not even know why, because it's been building up. So that's why I like to practice daily, meditating and doing yoga. And I'm not saying you need to, I'm just telling you what I do, because I found it really personally keeps my energy high. It releases stress and tension. And everybody has stress and tension today. If you get in a car, go on the freeway, it's a trauma. It's a trauma experience. In California, where I lived, people are driving, 80 plus miles an hour. They're 4 inches from your bumper. I mean, it's scary. So your body's holding on to that, plus the toxins, and I won't go into all of that, but those of you that know me know, I mean, our emotions create toxins. There's toxins in the air, the water, the food. It's everywhere. So we have to do daily maintenance to clear ourselves and release the pent-up pain. And it's not that we're lacking love and kindness. That's what's in there. But if there's enough pain, have any of you, raise your hand or type yes in the chat, if any of you, and I know a lot of you, so I know what you're going to tell me, have any of you ever had so much pain that all you could feel was just anger, and like your whole body just scrunching and tightening and tensing because it hurts so much? And that could be physical pain. It might be emotions, like anger, depression, rage, fear, shame, abuse that you've experienced. See, these hurts hurt and they affect us, right? Absolutely. As Svetlana is saying, absolutely. Yes, of course, Bev. You know, a lot of you are agreeing. If you have a lot of pain, it will come out. If it's not released, it will come out sideways, either on somebody else as a symptom, physical symptom, mental health or emotional health symptom, or it will implode and it will turn on you. And that's what's happening in the world. And what we're seeing in the world is a reflection of the collective consciousness. Everything in the physical world is a reflection of the collective consciousness. Yes, so it's not pretty. You know, I mean, there's pretty. There's a lot of pretty. There's a lot of goodness. Don't get me wrong. I don't see it as all bad. But I'm just saying there's a lot of contrast right now. You're seeing in my world, there's tremendous love and caring around me and in my friends, my colleagues. My world is amazing. But the rest of the, you know, a lot of the world is an extraordinary contrast to that. And it's unbearable to me to see that degree of pain when I know underneath is a soul sickness. It's a spiritual malady, and it can be healed, but it takes willingness. And unfortunately, you can't just declare a law and make people peaceful and kind and compassionate. We each have to do our work. We have to wake up one person at a time. And so I want to thank you for being here today. I'm honored to know you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'm honored to know you. I'm honored you're in my community. I'm honored you showed up in my movie here today and that you show up in my life, my tribe. And you are a trailblazer. And you know it. You know who you are. And if you're new to this and you're new to meditation, wow, bravo to you for stepping maybe outside your comfort zone and doing something today that's not your normal. And if you're just exploring this, good for you. It's always your choice. You know, you're always the one that's going to make the decision. I can't and don't want to control you. I do, however, want to provide options for you that will expand your world, expand your choices, expand your ideas and your understanding of how things work. It might shake you up a little bit. Yeah, but that's okay. That's good. We all need a little shaken up around here, in my opinion. And so if you're new to this, good for you. You know, keep coming back until you want to come back. And if you don't, that's okay too. If it's not for you, just swipe and click next. There's a lot of options out there, a lot of people. If you don't, you know, resonate with me, there's someone I'm sure you will find if you keep searching. Just don't give up the seeking. And yeah, so what I'd like to do today is guide you through a personal release to help you heal. Second, a way that we can now together and individually help others who don't even know that we care about them and who maybe don't care that we care about them. But we're going to spread the goodness today to everyone, everywhere. And with our amplified intention and energy and time and willingness, we're going to make an impact. Now, we may never see it. You know, the ego likes to know, well, what impact? I want to measure it, and I want the reward. I want the prize. There's no room for that ego here. We're going to do it without expecting anything in return. We're going to do it without even knowing what the return will be. It's not about the outcome or the attachment to the outcome, the results. We may never know. And we may never know if things shift. We can feel we have had a part in it, but we won't know directly. Generally speaking, we won't know that we're making an impact, but I can promise you we are. I've seen it so many times in my own life, in the lives of my clients and classes that I've taught and people who have practiced meditating, and it's palpable. And you'll feel it within yourself first. And that's what matters, because if you heal, then every single person whose life you touch even just the people you think about, they will be affected. So thank you, thank you. I love it. Yes. When we give, we receive. That is so, when we give, the gift is multiplied. And when we share our pain with others, it's diminished. So right now, more than ever, we need to be together and leaning in, not isolating and hiding out, which is what people who are in pain often tend to do. They tend to pull back and think other people won't understand. Sometimes they feel ashamed. I know right now, how many of you have been having a lot of feelings coming up? Give me a yes if you've got feelings coming up. I want you to know it's safe. Yes, the yes is, oh my God, yes, exactly, right? Oh, so many. Right, so this guided meditation is going to give you a way for these feelings to safely come up and release. And so many of you saying yes, I'm so glad. Yeah, oh my is right. Audrey, I can still hear you saying that. Oh my, I can hear your voice. Yeah, the feelings have been like nonstop. And you know what? It shows you're alive and you have an open heart. And that's a good thing. I know it hurts when we feel certain feelings, but it's better than being a numbed out stone, no heart. That is not a way to live and be fully awakened. You can't live like that if you're going to be an awakened, divine human. And we're moving into that age where we are becoming a divine human. We're moving out of just the mundane human into a divinely aware human, that we're spiritual beings. And we're having this human experience, and we're elevating the human experience. Some of us are here to do that, and you are. I guarantee you, you are. And we have to make a choice. What side are we on? The light or the dark? The good? We want to spread the goodness, or do we want to keep the pain continuing? And I already know you wouldn't be here if, unless you were willing and wanting to spread the light. So, are we ready? Are you ready? Let me take a sip of water and we will begin. All right. Find a comfortable place. You can be sitting down or lying down. I think sitting is better actually, because I don't want you to fall asleep. So sitting, and just get as comfortable as you can. You could prop your legs up if you like. No driving, by the way, no driving. If you're driving right now, turn it off and come back to the recording, which we will send you within 24, 48 hours. We'll send you the recording of this and you'll be able to listen again. So find your comfortable place and close your beautiful eyes. And as you close your eyes, become aware how amazing it is to have eyes that can see. And as you close your eyes, turn your gaze within to the inner world. There's an entire world filled with information, wisdom, and it's inside of you. And I want you to start to look around inside of you now. Even if this is new to you and you think you're making it up or imagining things, it's perfectly okay. You don't need to understand anything for this to work. And just allow whatever thoughts that come up in your mind to come up. Even if doubts come up, it's perfectly fine. It's acceptable. If you're skeptical, it's okay. It really is. There's no judgment here. So I want you to just to let whatever happens as we move along today in the meditation, just let it happen without evaluating. Be open like a child, just for the next few moments we're together. And be curious and open. And just notice what happens. You can always go back to your opinions later on. I am not going to take one thing away from you. Now, as you close your eyes, I'd like you to think about this week and all that's happened. And what did it trigger for you? Did it bring up, ask yourself the question, did it bring up pain of some kind? Maybe a memory? Did it bring up the pain of perhaps a friend of yours, a family member, an experience from your past? Did it bring up physical pain? And if so, where? Did it bring up emotional pain, anger, etc.? Did it bring up worry, doubt? What did it bring up for you? When you think back on what's happened this week and during the quarantine and just in the recent months, what has been coming up for you? And particularly, what feeling has been coming up more than once? And I'd like you to choose the strongest emotion or memory or pain of whatever type has been coming up for you. And when you think about it or feel it, where do you feel it in your body? How do you know you're feeling it? How do you know it's painful? Where is your body giving you feedback? I'd like you to notice it now and ask it to come up. Ask the feeling, ask the thought, ask the judgment, ask the memory, ask the pain to come up. It may sound counterintuitive, but I want you to ask it to come up right now. Ask every single drop of it to come up. And feel it. I want you to feel the pure physical sensation of it without any judgment, without any labels of it being good or bad, right or wrong. Just feel what it feels like that you're calling pain. And allow yourself to experience it right now. You're safe. You're right here with us. Remember, it's just a feeling. It's just a thought. You are not your feelings, and you are not your thoughts. You are also not your body. You have a body, but you are not your body, and your body's giving you feedback. So allow the feedback to come up. And take another moment here now to experience the pain you've been feeling. I want you to feel it and ask every drop of it to come up. And I'd like you to imagine a doorway in the center of your heart and open that door wide open. And allow the feeling to come up. Now, if you're mainly feeling it somewhere else, maybe it's in your gut, in your stomach, maybe it's in your head, I'd like you to open the doorway in your center of your stomach. Open it up. Open the doorway at the top of your head. Open the doorway in between your two eyebrows, right in that third eye area. Open the doorway there. Open the doorway in the center of your throat. Maybe you've had pain because you've kept quiet for too long. You've never expressed yourself. Open that doorway. If you felt the pain anywhere else, open the doorway where you felt it. Right now, open the doors, all of them, wide open. And allow yourself to feel. And if your pain, memories, fears, doubts, hurts from the past, anger, resentment, if it had a color, what color would it be? And I want you to picture that color coming up and moving out like smoke right out of the doorways. As it releases, say, I am willing now to let you go. I let you go and I release you. I let go now and I release my pain. I'm willing to let anything and everything that no longer serves me, I'm willing to let it go now. Picture and feel and imagine in whatever way you imagine, and ask that pain to come up and imagine it releasing now. Notice what happens. Notice if you're holding on for any reason. It's okay if you are, just notice it. Feel what happens. Feel what's happening. Scan your body. Is there more? Are emotions coming up? Let them come up. Let whatever feelings are happening happen. It's just energy. There's no judgment. Don't judge yourself here. Allow yourself to feel what is wanting and needing to come up and release. There's no rush. You have time. If you find yourself holding on and unwilling to let go, ask the pain what it's doing for you and what it needs from you and what it's trying to teach you. What are you learning from this experience? Listen to the first thoughts that come up. Maybe an image comes up. Listen deeply to your inner wisdom. Ask yourself, your deep inner knowing, what am I supposed to learn from this? What can I learn from this? What is this trying to teach me? Be open and listen. Now, I want you to imagine you are in your most favorite place in the entire world that you've ever been. It could be somewhere on the beach. It could be your backyard. It could be your mom's house. It could be somewhere you've even seen in a book that you have always wanted to go visit, but looked so beautiful to you. You can make up this place, but I want you to imagine, in whatever way you imagine, right now, I want you to start thinking about and imagining being in your favorite place on earth. Feel how good it is to be there. Notice the colors and the sounds. Feel the feelings. Being in a place that just nurtures your soul. And you are more than welcome to make this up and just imagine the ideal place where you would feel so safe and so comfortable and so at home. And just make it up. And I want you to imagine now that if you're outside, the sun is just beaming down on you. And if you're not outside in your favorite place, you can see the sun out of a window. And as you lie comfortably in your favorite place, with your eyes still closed, imagine the sunlight pouring into you, right in through the doorway of your heart, just filling you up with this incredible warmth and comfort. It's the perfect temperature. You're happy, healthy, strong. Maybe there are people with you, maybe you're alone. But whatever your favorite comfort place is, you feel good. And the sun is beaming down on you. And as it pours into your heart, I'd like you to imagine that incredible feeling of the sunlight in your favorite place starts to flow like a healing oil all through your body. It's flowing through your entire body. Every cell, every organ, every muscle, every fiber of you is being bathed in this feeling of comfort and ease, happiness, safety, strength, serenity. Imagine that now. You're relaxed. You're so peaceful. Allow yourself to feel this now, moving through every single cell of your body. And picture yourself filled with that sunlight. That beautiful golden sunlight has now filled your whole body. Imagine you're so full of this incredible feeling of serenity and sunlight and calm that it starts to flow out of you. You can't even contain it anymore, so it starts to flow out of you. And now I want you to consciously just allow it to flow out and expand all around you, to the sides of you, above you. It's coming out of your feet and going down into the earth. It's completely surrounding you. You're so full, and it just keeps flowing out like a never-ending fountain. The sun beaming in, the feeling of serenity, and the outflow. So you have the inflow and the outflow. And there's just a continuous stream of this love, feeling, great goodness pouring into you and flowing out from you. Set the intention now to send that goodness, that incredible feeling of strength and safety and serenity and goodness out to your friends, your family members, the people in your neighborhood. Send it out to everyone in your city. Keep expanding it. Imagine in whatever way you imagine. You can't do it wrong. Send it out to everyone in your state. Let it keep expanding now to more and more people, more and more area all around our beautiful planet. Imagine it just going out and flowing and flowing. And this beautiful golden light of goodness is spreading around the entire planet Earth. It's flowing into every single person, every home, every yard, every animal, every plant. It's filling the sky. It's filling the earth. It's going down into the earth. It's surrounding the earth. This golden, flowing goodness, continuous stream of golden goodness and serenity, continuing to flow into you, filling you, flowing out of you, and to everyone, everywhere around our globe. Imagine it going so far out into space, continuing out as far as you can imagine to every star system, every planet, every galaxy, filling the entire cosmos and all the infinite universes, as far as you can imagine possible. Take a deep breath now, and silently or out loud say, my intention is to receive and send this blessing of goodness to all beings everywhere. And may all beings everywhere be peaceful, be happy, and be free. May all beings everywhere be peaceful, be happy, and free. Just feel that now. And we're going to take 2 minutes in complete silence and just allow whatever happens to happen. And you'll hear my voice in 2 minutes of silence. Now, very, very slowly now, become aware of the sound of my voice and begin to deepen your breathing and feel yourself becoming more alert, more awake, more aware, and staying very, very relaxed. And take a deep, long breath in and out now. Again, take another deep, long breath in and out. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take one more breath in and out. And come all the way back now. Awake, alert, refreshed and relaxed. And slowly, gently allow the light to come back in as you open your beautiful eyes. So it's not difficult. We don't need to struggle. We don't need to hold on. We need to practice letting go. And if you want to heal, you must learn to feel and allow other people the dignity to feel as well. When we learn to not fear our own feelings, we won't fear other people's feelings, and we won't try to stop them either. Now remember, feelings are different than behaviors. Feelings are just energy. There's a big difference between feeling anger and putting your fist through someone's face. The feeling is a feeling, and it needs to be felt, experienced, and released. And that prevents the behaviors from getting out of control. I'd love, just quickly before we end today, what did you notice? What came up? Did you have any awarenesses? How do you feel now? Post in the chat, if you would, please. What did you, a lot of emotions, but now very peaceful. Good, glad to hear that. Yeah, the colors, yes, the colors. Wow, I went from tears to warmth in my heart, and then a river of light coming in through my crown, and ribbons of light going out of my hands and feet. Clarity, how beautiful is that? Yes, that is amazing. Beautiful. Wow. What else are you experiencing? More centered. Donna's saying more centered and at one with myself. See, this is what we want. We want to start to find that center of calm, because life is not going to always go our way. But if we find the center of calm, then we become the eye of the storm. And then there can be a storm around us, but we're not knocked around like a piece of driftwood. We stay steady and calm and peaceful, even when there's a storm. That is what I've discovered is true freedom. Freedom isn't getting everything to go my way and people doing what I want. It's being calm and centered no matter what is happening around me. Ah, Michelle said the pain in my mouth is gone. You know I love that, Michelle. Bev Taylor said, I could say that prayer for the policeman who killed George Floyd. Oh my goodness. So this is key here, because we need to pray for people who are so sick that they could do something like this. And when you pray, you will be released of the angst and the anger yourself, and it will help transform others as well. That's so beautiful, Bev. Thank you. Let's see, a lot of comments. Love the thing about the ribbons of light. Yes, that's so beautiful. Svetlana said a lot of anger came up in images of what I believe is a past life that I remember often. Tears of sadness and release related to this traumatic past life. How beautiful. Yeah, that's the thing, is that trauma, it can come from anywhere, any time, any dimension. It's where we live in a continuum, and you may be accessing it right here and now, and it still affects you. So You don't have to worry about where it's from or figure all that out with your mind. When it comes up, you learn to release it. And that's the beauty. It will, if it's bothering you, it's going to come up as long as you don't try to stop it. That's where people go wrong, is they try to stop the pain, and and what they do is they actually block it from releasing by trying to stop it. And they resist it. And that's why so many people are stuck. All right. Wow. The pain in my stomach, Sarah said, I had before the meditation magically has gone away. Mark my words, everybody. This is the magic right here. The pain goes away when you're exposed to a higher vibration. Pain and suffering cannot exist at a higher vibration. So my high-speed healing, the frequencies I carry in my field, meditation practices, things like nature, yoga, these are higher vibrational practices. And don't misunderstand. You don't put gas in your car once and expect it to run forever. This is a daily maintenance. We need to maintain the higher vibration on a daily basis, sometimes an hour at a time, because it's not guaranteed for life. We have to put more gas in the tank to maintain it. But that's where the magic happens. And it's not magic. It's not woo-woo. It's real. It has a real effect. I want you to think of it this way. If you had a bacteria, like a mold, let's say a mold, that had to have hot, humid climate in order to survive. In order to exist, that mold needed a hot, humid climate. And you took that mold and you put it in the freezer. It would cease to exist, right? It would, the wrong environment, and it wouldn't survive. It would just stop being. If you take us and we raise the vibration to a higher state of being, the low vibrational hurts, angers, fears, resentments, they can't hold their form at a higher state of consciousness. They cannot hold their form. They don't exist at a higher state of consciousness. They're at a low vibration. So when we work on ourselves, when we free up our energy, our field, our mind, our emotions, and our hurts from the past, we naturally gravitate to a higher vibration. We literally become lighter, freer. The love starts bubbling out. And that, my friends, is how it works. You don't even need to heal. There's nothing to heal. What needs to happen is to release. And then what's revealed that's already in there is the love that you already are, the peace that you already are. It's already you. You just forgot because the pain of life affected you, just like it does me and everyone else. So with that, all right, a couple more comments here. Michelle, you're so welcome. I've missed being in your vibration as well. Stay close. So everybody, if you're not coming to my High Speed Healing Wednesdays, join me. There's a free meditation and conversation every Wednesday at 5 p.m. on Zoom and on Facebook Live, and you have to sign up for it. So I'll put the link in the chat. Let me type it in here. You go to www.internationalcpi.com/high speed dash healing dash Wednesdays, plural. If you go there and join and sign up, you'll get the email with the invitation every week, and it's a free call, and you'll stay in my vibration. I would love to have you. Man, we've been having a blast. I just started it in May, and it has been going gangbusters. Everyone's loving it. I've been bringing in some special guests. We do meditation. It's really, really great. I'm loving it. So thank you all who've been there. And if you haven't joined me there yet, come and check it out. And let's see. I have to say, Deborah, your course a few years ago literally was a lifesaver. Thank you so much. And thank you for these meditations. Hope to attend more in the future. That's Svetlana. Oh God, you're so welcome. It is, if you're interested in my programs, please check them out on the website, which is www.internationalcpi.com. They're life-changing. They really are. If you're ready to do something different and you'd like my personal help, come on down. The door is open. I'm here for you. So with that, I need to go because in 2 minutes, my beautiful Pain-Free Living Program group is meeting, and my alumni, my wise elders who have graduated and come back for more of the juice and the goodness. We meet at 5 o'clock on Thursdays. So anyway, thank you all so very much for being here. I'm truly honored. There's a lot of people on the call today, and I'll send out the recording. Bless you all. Keep your sanity. Keep going back to the center of your being. Reach out if you need me. And this too shall pass. We're going to get through the bumpy ride here, but the world needs you. You make a difference. Somebody's watching you. Maybe more than, maybe a lot of people are watching you. You're a leader just like I am. So do your best to stay sane and safe and serene. And just know I love you so much. Bye for now.